Well, good morning from the Best Western here at Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Today we shall head to Savannah, Georgia. Let us now get ourselves on the road. At first, the drive is nice enough, with a whole bunch of trees along the side of the road. This road over here in North Carolina is a bit different than I'm used to. Over time, however, we begin to notice that much of the features on this road are similar to one another, although it's still fascinating, especially compared to the New Jersey Turnpike. Eventually, after an hour or two of driving, we get a bit tired, so we are welcomed by Dunn, North Carolina, where we stop for a rest. It's a little rundown, but it's a good place to stop during a road trip. Let's just stop here to stretch our legs before getting back on the road. And after a bit more driving, we cross the border into South Carolina. And after yet some more driving, we pass by Lake Marion, the largest lake in South Carolina. A little traffic on the interstate highway takes us onto these back roads. This area, collectively known as the Low Country, is very nice when you get off the interstate highway. Let's get back on I-95 now. Once again, there is traffic, so we get over here again, where we actually get our first sight of some Spanish moss.
You know, this drive vaguely reminds me of the Bruce Peninsula in Ontario.
After some more driving, we can see Savannah, Georgia in the distance. We're still in South Carolina though. Alright, now let's cross the Talmadge Memorial Bridge over the Savannah River into Savannah, Georgia. And it looks like over in the distance there, you can see the skyline of Savannah, Georgia. We are finally here, Savannah, Georgia. I just gotta say, it's a very beautiful city. And this right here is Forsyth Park. Spanish moss up there. See, Spanish moss. After such a long drive, we're rewarded with a magnificent sight of Forsyth Park. Such a beautiful park pretty much begs for some photography to be taken. It is such a picturesque area, and it is also the southernmost point of our road trip. Now let us go for a short walk within the park. Let us walk south toward the fountain. This area looks so incredible that I just have to take some photos. Ah, no wonder Forsyth Park is so famous. It is such a beautiful park. Even this fountain alone pretty much defines why I came to this beautiful, beautiful park. I wish we could stay here for a longer period of time, but because of the traffic, we have been thrown wildly off schedule, and we have to hurry in order to see all of our attractions. Such a beautiful fountain here at Forsyth Park. Let us now take this opportunity to photograph this amazing fountain. It looks really cool. And also check out the Spanish moss that is present over here on these trees. Alright, now let's exit the park and check out other places in Savannah. Before we leave, however, we must take a look at this magnificent canopy over here in Forsyth Park. Let's now head over to the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Even as we try to beat the sunset, we still notice how beautiful of a city it is. We are now in beautiful Monterey Square with this monument right here. Savannah has plenty of these squares with monuments and parks. Is that a squirrel I see? And it is also very important to photograph this area as well. Because it rained recently, all the light has a reflection.
Arthur Smith Antiques, established 1960. Right here, Arthur Smith Antiques.
It actually looks pretty nice inside, but I think it was closed or something. I love walking through Savannah. Do you hear the bells tolling? Yep, it must be from the cathedral or something. Shane, we're almost there, actually. We're almost there. Yep, there it is, the cathedral. Well, now let's check out this cathedral outside Madison Square. And maybe try to photograph it, maybe a bit closer up. Let's get on our way to get over there then. I wonder what happened here.
This is the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Right there, the cathedral.
And yes, the cathedral comes into view. And this is the cathedral. Don't worry, I took plenty of photos. Let's try to get a different angle now. What do you think? The lighting isn't great, but the wet concrete reflects the lights, so that's why I like these photos. And let us do some wide-angle shooting in this area. And take some photos, some of them with a phone. Alright, now let's walk back and simultaneously head into this bookstore. There's plenty of good reading in here about Georgia, the Low Country, the Civil War, Savannah, and all that stuff. We ended up spending more time in this bookstore than I had originally intended. And very well spent, too.
Rare, used, and collectible books right here. Trump's small hand sew.
And hey, they gotta have some humor here.
Make America bathe again.
And regardless of what happens in politics, I appreciate a little good humor. Okay, looks like it's getting late. How about we get in the car, head north, and get something to eat?
Alright, now we're going for some free samples. We have just parked here at a...
It's actually really nice here by the river. I heard that there's actually some free samples and stuff up here, so why not? Okay, now why don't we get some free samples over at the Savannah Bee Company? This is a pretty nice Christmas tree. After some walking, here we are, the Savannah Bee Company, gifts from the hive. Let's go in. So apparently you drop honey onto these things to sample. I tried to record the process, but it's difficult with only two hands, so I just got someone else to hold the camera. And this is some honeycomb, which you can actually sample with some cheese or apple slices. Nevertheless, there's actually a pretty wide selection of honey up here. Then this looks pretty cool. I should take a picture. Alright, now let's go try some cookies. But not just any old cookies. We're heading over to Bird's Famous Cookies. Pretty famous in the region, hence the name, of course.
Very nice temperature to be walking around. It's like 40-something degrees out here, which I believe is very suitable.
Hey look, it's a horse. Okay, now let's walk into this store of cookies. And they look pretty good. Like I said, not your average cookies. They have flavors like jalapeno cheddar, Georgia peach, and a whole variety of stuff. But we didn't get to try much due to lack of time.
This place really reminds me of Burlington, Vermont.
Just like in Vermont, there are plenty of colorful bright lights. Alright, let's head back and get some dinner to eat. Once again, passing by the Christmas tree.
Finding all luck, we were able to get a table. They said that we have a 45 minute wait, but it turned out only being like 10 minutes. So, I guess we've gotten lucky this trip.
Apparently they also make ice cream here, but we are way too full for that. Anyway, it's been dark for a while now, so let's conclude our short visit to Savannah. and maybe get back on the road toward Charleston.
We have now arrived at the Best Western Charleston Inn in Charleston, South Carolina. Great place here.
And look, yet another Christmas tree. It looks like it's a pretty nice lobby, but we're way too tired for that right now. So, good night.